Hey everybody, Joel Johnson here, managing partner of Johnson Brunetti. I so appreciate you joining me here for another segment in the video series that you have subscribed to. Let me just say, you've watched a few of these now, and I so appreciate you tuning in for this information. We appreciate being able to serve you, and we thank you so much for your interest in some of these retirement concepts. And we know for a fact that some of you will never become our clients, and that's okay. We built this firm and just been so blessed to build a mature firm by serving the communities in which we serve. With that said, our subject matter today is annuities. Are they good or are they bad? And we're going to talk about annuities, good or bad, for just a few minutes. And the problem is there's all this confusion around annuities. You know, some people say they're great and they're the best thing since sliced bread, and you've probably got friends that have some annuities, but then you read this information and you see some money managers that are marketing information and say, I hate annuities and you should too. Annuities are always ripoffs. You got people, I won't mention their names, on the radio in the evening saying you're an idiot if you buy an annuity. And so are they good or are they bad? Well, they're both. And the biggest problem with annuities is some of the people that sell them don't have your best interest at heart, and so that's what you have to be careful of. So an annuity may or may not be right for you, but I'm going to just talk through some of the concepts real quick, and then you can make your own decision here on this segment, okay? So first of all, what's adding to some of the confusion about annuities is there are actually 4 different types of annuities, 4 different types. And let me go through the 4 different types of annuities very quickly here. So first of all, we have the immediate annuity. The immediate annuity is the first type of annuity we'll talk about. And when you think of immediate annuity, what you're thinking about here is you're thinking about taking a chunk of your money, giving it to the insurance company, and you're buying a pension. It's that simple. So let's say I take $300,000 and today I give it to MetLife. I'm going to give $300,000 to MetLife. And I say give because I don't have that $300,000 anymore. But what MetLife is going to give me is MetLife's going to turn around and say, okay, Joel, here's a contract, and this contract is like a pension, and I'm going to pay you $1,800 a month for the rest of your life, period. No matter what else happens out there, I'm going to give you $1,800 a month for the rest of your life. And it's probably not going to be quite $1,800, might be $1,500, but you get the idea. So now what I have is I have a contract that says as long as I live, I get a monthly check. As long as I live, I get a monthly check. It's a lot like a pension, isn't it? So that's an immediate annuity. Now there's a few little twists and turns. You can put some benefits on there that say, well, if I don't get all my money back, my beneficiaries get the rest of it back and so on. But the basic idea is in the immediate annuity, we're buying a pension plan. Now the second type of annuity is a fixed annuity. And if you understand a CD, you can understand a fixed annuity. By the way, why anybody would be against the fixed annuity, I have no idea. And by the way, let me be real clear here, it's not a CD, it's not the same as a CD, but what I'm saying is if you understand a CD, you understand a fixed annuity. Right now, as I'm recording this video, I can go out and take $100,000 and put it on deposit with an insurance company. And that insurance company will give me a contract that says that they'll pay me 2.75% interest for the next 5 years, guaranteed by the insurance company as far as my principal goes. No fees at all, just a pure 2.75% interest for the next 5 years per year. And at the end of the 5 years, I can take all my money out and walk away with it. So if you understand a 5-year CD paying 2.75%, you understand a fixed annuity paying 2.75%. Again, backed by the claims paying ability of the insurance company, but that's a fixed annuity. Nice and simple. That's annuity number 2. Annuity number 3 is called an index annuity. An index annuity is a little bit like a fixed annuity. So I put on here fixed indexed. An index annuity, again, is a little bit like a fixed annuity. The difference is I don't know what interest I'm going to earn in the index annuity until the end of the period, usually 1 year. Let me give you an example, okay? Let's say I put the money in January 1st of 2015. And in the year 2015, the stock market index did nothing. Well, in that year 2015, I'm not going to make any money. I'm not going to lose any money, but I'm not going to make any money. In the year 2016, let's say the market goes up 20%, I'm going to get interest paid to me based on that stock market index. I'm not going to get all 20%. See, I give up some of the upside and they take away all the downside. For instance, my dad owned an indexed annuity, and we'll come back to this in a minute, but my dad owned an indexed annuity that he bought with a pension lump sum rollover in 2006. In the year 2008, the market dropped like a rock, about 36%. In the year 2008, he lost no money in his indexed annuity. In the year 2009, when that annuity came back, he made more than 10% interest on it when that index came back. So the indexed annuity, it's kind of tricky to understand, but here's what it means. Your principal's guaranteed. If the stock market index goes up, you're going to get some interest based on a formula of that. You'll never get all of the index upside, but you'll get some interest based on a formula, but they take away all your downside in the bad years. That's annuity type number 3. Annuity type number 4 is a variable annuity, a variable annuity. In a variable annuity, that's the first one I've talked to in these 4 types. The 4th type is the one where your principal can actually go down. In a fixed, your principal is guaranteed by the insurance company. In an index, your principal is guaranteed by the insurance company. And in a fixed immediate annuity or an immediate annuity, your principal is guaranteed by the insurance company, your payments. In a variable annuity, your principal can actually go down because what you're buying is inside the annuity, you're buying what looks like mutual funds, and you are subject to market risk. So 4 different types. Usually when you hear somebody bashing annuities, usually they're bashing the variable annuities, although some people don't understand index annuities and they also bash those. So are annuities right for you or not? I don't know. It depends on your individual financial situation, what your retirement goals are. Who's that money for? Is it for you or for somebody else someday? But I know I own some annuities. My parents own some annuities. Some of our clients own annuities, others of our clients don't own annuities. Again, it depends on their individual situations. Let me give you 3 real quick goods and bads on these annuities, real quick, okay? We're going to go to the board to do this. So let's talk about the bad part of annuities for a minute, okay? The bad part of annuities. One is high fees. Some annuities have very high fees, particularly variable annuities. They can have fees of up to 3 to 4% per year, sometimes even more. Now, what you're getting for that fee is you're getting some type of an income guarantee, but again, annuities can have high fees. Now, the fixed annuity and the indexed annuity, unless you put additional riders or special benefits on them, they don't have fees, okay? The other bad thing about annuities is you need to make a time commitment. Okay? Annuities don't work if you're going to put your money in today and take it out a week from now. If you want to do that, use the bank or buy stocks or mutual funds. But if you want an annuity, you like the guarantees that an annuity affords, you've got to make a time commitment on your money. It's not for short-term money. It may be appropriate for retirement money or longer-term money. The third thing that some people don't like about annuities, and many times it's the person that doesn't understand the annuities, is they say they're complicated. I can't tell you, in fact, I laugh sometimes at some of the financial advisors I talk to at some of the investment conferences I go to, and they say, oh, annuities are really complicated. But then we step back and we see that their clients are in stock portfolios and leveraged bond funds and mutual funds that do shorting and lending of securities and things that they don't even see as complicated, but it's much more complicated than an annuity contract. But to each his own, okay? But some people say annuities are complicated. Some of the people out there bashing annuities don't even understand them, so it's easy to get off saying they're complicated. But I will grant you this, okay? If you really dig down deep and you're an analytical type of person, sometimes it is hard to get your arms around all the different moving parts of annuities. So these are the 3 bad things about annuities: high fees, time commitment, and complicated. As we mentioned, not all annuities have high fees. You definitely, in any good annuity where you're going to get a decent rate of return, you do have to make some kind of a time commitment. And they can be complicated, but sometimes that's just the human tendency to overcomplicate things. Now let's run over to the other side of the board and talk about the good things about annuities, okay? So one of the good things about certain types of annuities, maybe not the variable, is we get guaranteed principal, okay? Once I either earn my interest, I can't lose it, or the original amount that I put in, I can't lose. All right, we'll come back to that in just a minute. The other thing is I can use an annuity to create guaranteed income. Now, what does this mean? What does guaranteed income mean? Well, guaranteed income simply means, let's say I'm earning 3% on my annuity, but the insurance company might say, Joel, we'll let you take 5% per year out. Even though you're only earning 3, we'll let you take 5% per year out. Well, what's going to happen if I'm only earning 3, but I'm taking 5% out? I'm beginning to spend down my principal, correct? Taking out 5% a year, but I'm only earning 3, and slowly that account is going down. But the insurance company will actually say to me, okay, if you live so long that it goes to 0, we'll continue sending you your monthly check based on 5% of your original deposit. So I can solve that problem and that fear that a lot of people have of outliving my money, because it gives me additional cash flow, and I have a guarantee that if I live so long, I'll still be getting monthly checks. The other positive of an annuity is I can lock in the gains that I've earned, okay? So we'll just put here lock in gains. What do I mean by that? Well, earlier we discussed one type of annuity that's called the index annuity. And the index annuity, if I own it and the market goes up, I'm going to get interest credit based on an index. So let's say the first year I own it, I earn 6% interest. The second year, if the market drops 20%, guess what? My gain that I got in that first year, that 6%, that gets locked in. So I can lock in my gains. So if you look at this, we've got guaranteed principal. It means I put in, and if I own the right annuity, if I put in $100,000, I can never go below $100,000. I get guaranteed income if I want to use the annuity that way, but I don't have to. I've got some flexibility in the long run. And I can lock in my gains with some type of a guarantee, where once I earn my interest, I can never go backwards in certain types of annuities. Are annuities right for you? I don't know. I don't know if annuities are right for you or not. What I do know is they've been a valuable tool in my family. So without telling you they're right for you, and this is not at all a recommendation to buy annuities, I want to give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. My dad took a pension rollover back in 2006. In 2006, he had a pension coming to him. The company wanted him to sign up and work for another 4 years, but the pension was due at that time. Instead of taking the monthly income from the company, he decided he wanted to roll it over into an IRA. He rolled it over into an IRA, and he bought that third type of annuity I mentioned, the index annuity. And this is an actual statement. Now, I've crossed out his address. I'm going to hold my name over the company here because we want to stay out of trouble here. But this is an actual statement of my dad's account. And my dad put $460,000 into this on July 10th of 2006. And as of today, when I'm recording this, which is in January of 2016, he has $887,000. He's earned 7.5% interest per year with no risk and no fees. That's pretty darn good. Now, what he gave up was, let's think about this. My dad put in $460,000. He got 7.5% interest since 2006 on average, not every year. Some years were better, some years were worse, but on average he got 7.5% interest with no risk, no fees. Now, he made a time commitment on his money. He had no fees, but he made a time commitment on his money, and it's not a very complicated account. He either gets interest or he doesn't. He can't lose money. He had guarantee of principal. He has a guaranteed income provision. If he wants to trigger income off of this, he can, and it can be a calculation so that the insurance company guarantees he can't outlive the income no matter how long he lives. And every time he had a gain, he locked it in, so when the market dropped, he didn't go backwards. Is this right for you? I don't know. It may not be right for you. You may not be ready to make that time commitment. You just might be so indoctrinated that insurance companies are bad and out to rip you off that you think annuities are bad, or you might be so busy listening to people that market their products by saying annuities are bad and they're a ripoff that you just can't get over the fact. So I don't know, but I wanted to give you this balanced approach. Some annuities are bad, some annuities are good, but obviously that depends on your individual situation. Hey, thanks for tuning in to this segment. We at Johnson Brunetti, we're here to help if you need our help in any way. If you want to get some additional information or have a one-on-one conversation. Some of you own annuities and you're not sure if they're right for you or not. And you don't know if you should get out or not because there might be some penalties or you might be getting conflicting advice. We'll be glad to give you a second opinion. The number, of course, 1-800-208-7233. That's 1-800-208-SAFE. Or you can email us at johnsonbrunetti.com. Thank you so much for tuning in and have a great day.